CZ, Binance, and Michael Saylor are going to send Bitcoin to $1 million. Guys, I have a very strong belief that Bitcoin will hit $1 million within the next 5 to 10, maybe even 15. I couldn't tell you exactly when, but based off of everything that is going on, with all the money that is being printed, with AI coming through, and just the whole world being revolutionized, there is no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin will go up to about $1 million, which is almost a 10x from current prices. Now, let's take a look at what exactly is going on because, guys, the great Bitcoin exchange here. Michael Saylor and CZ Binance posted this picture, and this is like kind of like the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade picture where like he's going for the alley oop and they're like slamming it down on him. One thing I will say, guys, is if you don't really know who Michael Saylor and CZ Binance are, it's time to do some research, right? These two are absolute legends for crypto and Bitcoin as a whole. And again, I do think that without these two, Bitcoin wouldn't be where it's at today. And I don't think the whole aspect of crypto being mainstream would even be the thing. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin today, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Crypto RJ. Bitcoin is crashing today, which I mean, I say crashing, but it's down a couple percent today. We could see it is down 3.3% at 89,000. I mean, hey, we started the day off a little bearish. Let's see how we can rebound because that would be pretty nice to get a bounce before the weekend. However, if we have a bearish weekend, it is what it is. So, guys, Michael Saylor, for those that don't know, is, like I said, an absolute legend for Bitcoin. He owns the company Strategy. And, guys, Strategy, they posted their own version of Strategy Wrapped, which I thought was pretty cool. So, they have bought 203,600 Bitcoin so far this year. Now, this is basically a spin-off of like the Spotify Wrapped or like the YouTube Wrapped. I think every social media platform kind of does it nowadays. But when I saw this, I was a little mind blown because, guys, they pretty much bought, almost yeah, no, not 1%. Yeah, 1% of the total Bitcoin supply this year, which is pretty insane, right? Now, when you take into consideration, obviously, a lot of tokens are lost. 1% of supply in a year for arguably one of the most important assets in our lifetime, pretty freaking nuts. Now, what can these two possibly do to actually go ahead and accelerate crypto's growth and Bitcoin's growth? A lot of things. I definitely do think that Michael Saylor is going to be more heavily collaborating or doing more things with other exchanges. I'm sure they're going to be having a lot of conversations with governments as well. I mean, these two absolute titans in space. Very exciting pictures. Or a picture, very exciting picture, right? Now, crypto liquidations resume sending Bitcoin back below $90,000. $200 million worth of levered positions have been liquidated over the last 4 hours. Guys, this, in my opinion, just looks like market manipulation. I think they're just consistently trying to manipulate people and liquidate people that are using leverage. Regardless, I always, make it very simple, right? Don't use leverage and buy Bitcoin on the dips. Buying Bitcoin on a day like this is great, right? You're over a long term not going to lose money on a Bitcoin buy at 89,000, sorry. I mean, even at 99,000, again, assuming Bitcoin gets to $1 million, you guys already can do them, right? Now, this is a very cool tweet that I saw. That is a quote from the author of the Bitcoin Standard. Very interesting book as well. Bitcoin won't be adopted like the iPhone because it's cool. It will be adopted like gunpowder. If you don't own it, you'll be its a victim. Very, very interesting quote here. And guys, I mean, this is pretty powerful, right? Again, if you understand Bitcoin, it pretty much makes sense. If you guys want me to make more Bitcoin general videos talking about what is Bitcoin, why it's important, let me know and I'll be able to do that as well. Now, JP Morgan says it's sticking to its Bitcoin versus gold model target, which would see Bitcoin hit $170,000 over the next year. Very bullish and very well. I'd love to see Bitcoin at 170,000 next year. That would be phenomenal. Okay. Now, the National Bank of Canada reveals a $270 million Bitcoin bet via Saylor's strategy. The country's sixth largest bank now holds 1.4 million MicroStrategy shares, which is pretty interesting to see. Now, obviously, I'm Canadian as well, so yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we don't have a strategic reserve or whatever. We don't really talk much about Bitcoin. In fact, crypto is pretty regulated here, a lot more than America. So yeah, I mean, hey, it's pretty cool to see, and maybe one day, our prime minister, the less said about him, the better, I think. Maybe one day he'll start to buy Bitcoin. Now, finally, guys, some news from Japan. Japan's Metal Planet raises $50 million to buy more Bitcoin. Again, a lot of companies are buying at these prices. The question is, why aren't ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.